Rose here, and this week we're going to be reacting to Doja Cat's music video for Stranger. I'm really excited for this because I actually have not heard the song or seen the music video at all, even though it's been out for like 2 months. Yeah, I know, I've been living under a rock. But before I get into all this, I would like to take the time to thank all of you guys so much for supporting me on social media. And if you guys haven't yet, to be sure to like, comment, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or do it all. That's fine. And now another thing I like to do before I get into the goods is I like to discuss who made the goods, but I've reacted to Doja Cat actually a few times. And I explained a lot more about her background in those other 2 reaction videos. So if you guys haven't seen them, I'm going to link my last one I did on Doja Cat in the top right corner. Now, I've also heard from a couple birdies that this music video is a little more tame in comparison to our other ones, you know, like Demons. Oh my gosh. But I don't know. Tame for Doja Cat isn't really tame at all for the average person. So I'm excited to see what exactly she's going to get into. But before I do that, I'm going to play a little game that I like to call Guess the Plot. So I'm going to watch 2 seconds of this music video, and then I'm going to guess the entire plot of this music video with that 2 seconds. As you all know, it doesn't really go well for me, but I like to try anyway. So let's get into it. Here we go. And that was 2 seconds. You know what? Actually, this gives me a lot, actually. Wow. So it looks like she's kind of wearing a veil. So I'm assuming she's getting hitched or something like that. She's at the church, or maybe she's getting married, and then it all goes wrong, kind of like Katy Perry's Hot and Cold, or maybe like Lizzo's Truth Hurts wedding. I don't know. It could be a lot of things, but I'm just going to assume it's Doja Cat's take on a wedding. I mean, what else could this be? She's wearing a veil. So, I mean, I don't even know if she's wearing a wedding dress, but last time I saw something this obvious was Tate McRae's music video for It's Okay, I'm Okay. And I don't know if you guys have seen that. I'll link that one in the top right corner. But I got bamboozled. I thought she was on the beach. And then come to find out she's in New York. And she was never on the beach, even though it was very visibly shown that she was at the beach. And that wrecked me. So now, I don't know. This can't be this obvious. I feel like, and it's got the same kind of setup. It's like super close in her face, and I feel like when it zooms out, it's gonna be like totally not a wedding, and it's gonna be something else. But you know, I can't. I don't know. I really don't know. She's at the altar, she's getting married, and she's gonna leave the altar because she's not happy and she doesn't want to get married, and all that. But for some reason, I know 99.999% for a fact, I am totally wrong. Okay, well, let's see what this wedding actually is, all right? Let's get into it. The camera's shaking. So, wait, there's wind in here? Is she up? What? Wait, what are you doing in a plane? What? She jumped out of a plane. Let's start from the beginning. Doja Cat, wedding dress, in one of those like crazy like military planes, and I think she was wearing a parachute, but she's in a wedding dress, and she's in a plane. I'm so confused. Why is she in a wedding dress and in a plane? Clearly this isn't a wedding. I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to be anything of what I thought it was. Oh my God, I could have never guessed this. Was that like real? No, that had to have been CGI. There's no way. You know, then again, I have seen a video of like 2 people who got married and they were literally strapped to planes. Has anybody seen that? So maybe that's what this was. She married her beau on the plane and then skydives into the reception. Yeah. Now I really don't understand. I feel like the wedding dress is more of a costume at this point. And you know what? That's fine. She looked really good in it anyway. So, all right, continue. Oh my gosh, she's falling. There's no way this is real. Okay. Well, at least she has a parachute. Look at her blinking in the wind in her face. looks very realistic. And this is Tame for Doja Cat. Oh, okay. Is she gonna crash? Oh, she's in the tree. How are you gonna get out of the tree? Wait, did you see that? I don't know. Am I just tripping here? Did you see that with the ropes she's like hanging on to above her? They were like loose. Oh, she's probably in a harness. Like there's no way the safety crew would allow her actually being like hanging by these white ropes. I feel like if I was hanging my body weight and to make it look realistic, you know, and I was like pulling on these things, they'd be very tight and taut. You know what? I have never even touched a parachute. I have never even done anything close to skydiving or anything like that. So I am just talking straight out of my booty right now. Literally, I don't know. It just seemed odd to have loose ropes when like they're clearly pulled tight because of her weight. You know, okay, maybe I'm just crazy. All right, you know what? Continue. She gonna like fall. She's like totally bloody and stuff. Oh, she did fall! And now she's running. Oh my god, look at the glasses. Run! Oh my god! That was pretty good. And,
with a broken nose, 5'10", and I don't even need a vodka soda. Call
is this the girl?
Watch some White Lotus, and after maybe we could rearrange the sofa.
How did she get on the
I need a man with a sense of humor, beliefs aligned and zen like
and she changed again too.
Parts of sex and cute.
I like that outfit a lot.
Can't tell that he fine off rip, 'cause he don't look
oh my
like
god,
he
she
like
almost
dick,
knocked
but
her
if he like
off.
dick, I still like.
She's like trying to get close to him. Like she's like, oh yes, love her. And he's like, get away from me! Like she almost fell off your motorcycle. You just got married, huh? Maybe don't throw your bride off the motorcycle when y'all are riding into the sunset. That's a big no-no for newlyweds. Don't do that. All right, continue.
Like him as a freak, I can admit that he likes it. With each crowd we proud we don't
I love this
fit.
rap.
And ain't nobody here gets our shit. So if we split, it'll be like two halves. Ain't nobody in the world got me.
She actually did fall off. And you know what's really funny is like for some unknown reason, the motorcycle scene really reminds me of Kanye West's music video for Bound To that had Kim K. You know that one where he's on the motorcycle and she's like behind him, like all topless and like, woo! Like, yeah. I don't know why, but it just reminded me of that. That was a classic, all right? Let's continue this dragging. Oh my gosh, that must be so painful. How did they do this? Hang on, girl! Oh, I think she changed too. Yeah. Oh my, oh no! She fell from behind. Oh, she changed again. I love this location. Oh, she changed again. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that saxophone. Yeah, girl. She's great in this outfit. Oh. What? Who did that? Oh, was it you? Was it you? Wait. Oh no. She's like smiling. To be continued. To be continued. You know what's also crazy is I totally forgot that shot of her hanging from the tree is her album artwork for her last album. Wow, is all I can say. That was awesome. Now let's dive into the nitty gritty and discuss all of the amazing little details of this amazing project. All right, when it comes to the music production, I'm not gonna lie, this song was kind of more of like a tame feel for her. So now I kind of understand what people were saying about tame. It was actually, I think, talking more about the music. I will say though, that amazing outro with the saxophone and like the guitars and the synths and it's all going around, like it was really, really good. I will say for some unknown reason, this entire vibe, music production, and even music video gave me a lot of Sabrina Carpenter vibes. Like, it reminds me a lot about her last two projects, Man, Child, and Tears. And I feel like that was basically this. What I really love most about Doja Cat's music is the percussion and the drums. I don't think I've ever heard drums that are really like this. And I love the rhythm and the style that she kind of uses for it. It's very sharp and yet smooth at the same time. Like, it reminds me of like those amazing ASMR videos. Like, her drums are just so pleasing to the ear for me. And that's what I really love about it. All right, guys, now let's get into the lyrics. I like this. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the title Stranger, I actually thought more of, oh, this guy's a complete stranger. I do not know this guy. Let's get acquainted. But no, it's actually more of stranger as in weird and freaky and odd. And I really like that. She's basically like speaking about a situation where it's let's be weird together. And that's basically what stranger is and there's no way you could be stranger than me, so let's stick together and be weird together. And I love that. One of my favorite lines is nothing you could do could freak me out. And it's mostly because Doja Cat's a freak herself. But you know, in a good way, not in a bad way. But anyway, regardless, I love it because it's super Doja Cat like, and the lyrics just scream her brand. So very, very, very on point. All right, next up, let's go into the performance and choreography. There was no choreography, so I can't really talk about that, but there definitely wasn't a performance, and holy mackerel, freaking jumping out of planes and getting dragged by a motorcycle and then she gets like shot with an arrow. Like, what? There's so much going on and yet so little at the same time because it was kind of just one big performance by her. Regardless, it looked really good. She looked really good. She performed it really, really well. And she looked amazing. She looked so cool and yet a little more retro. And I loved that. And even like the dresses and outfits that she was wearing, those were so good on her. I really liked the last one though, with the glasses. Oh, it kind of reminded me of Lisa Frankenstein, and I do not know why. All right, guys, of course, now let's go into the music video. And this was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. And it didn't really take much. All it was just them throwing her around with a parachute and a motorcycle, and that's basically it. And then she had her little dance thing at the very end. So actually, you know what? There was choreography. I'll take that back. But the thing is it was kind of, it looked more freestyle, so I still will not include it. But it was cute. It was a cute little dance. I really liked it. And I just love how Doja Cat like shows that she's a freak by doing all of these like things. And I think what made it all freaky and strange was that she did it all in a wedding dress. Because usually people don't skydive in a wedding dress. Unless you're those two people that got married on a plane. All right, guys, last but not least is my favorite moment. And there were a lot of great moments actually in this. I will have to say it's definitely in between the very first shot of her falling out of the plane, because boy, I was not expecting that out of all things. And of course, her flying off the motorcycle and then getting dragged for a brief moment. I thought that was a really cool part. And for some reason, after he popped a wheelie, I was like, I feel like now she has to fall off to continue the story. Because clearly that's what's happening to her. She's falling off and out of things, so. All right, you guys, that is everything. Stay tuned for my next reaction video. And if you guys have any requests, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye, you guys.